Hey everybody, welcome to Judging 101. Today we're going to be talking about scoring and evaluating vocal tone on show choir score sheets. My name is Brett Carroll and I'm a studio musician, recording engineer, producer, and choral music director in Los Angeles, California. I currently am the director of vocal music at Burbank High School and have had the pleasure of adjudicating choral competitions nationally for the past 30 years or more. um, what we're talking about today is how do you score tone on a score sheet at a competition? What do you look for? What are you listening for? Are we looking for a specific tone quality that we like? Are we looking for something that we consider ideal? Um, what's what's a great tone quality to you? What's your definition of a great tone quality? We all have different opinions about tone quality, and it's a very personal thing. I think as choral directors and as vocal technicians, but there's a little bit of a problem when we're scoring show choir vocal tone on a sheet. I think because sometimes we get a little bit confused about what we should be focusing on. I think sometimes we're more invested in finding a tone quality that we like and one that we think is great, and that's well done. And sometimes that's at the expense of not um, maybe looking to see if the tone quality that's being produced is really the most appropriate for the style. Maybe um, the tone quality the group's producing is totally appropriate for the style, but we just don't like that kind of sound. We're not into maybe that kind of tone quality. That doesn't mean it's not appropriate, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not healthy either. It's just maybe not our favorite tone quality. But that's not what we're judging. We're judging the tone quality as it relates to stylistically authentic singing and performing. So I'm often asked what makes me love a group as far as their tone quality. What really gets me excited about a group's tone quality? Is it maturity? Is it brightness? Is it focus? Is it consistency? Is it vibrato? Um, what is it that really gets me excited when I hear a group? And to be honest, what really makes me smile and just have that feeling of joy inside is when I hear a group that has a tone quality that is totally appropriate, and is produced in a healthy, supported way, and it's really respecting the style of the piece they're performing. That's what really gets me excited, and I think that's what we have to be really careful to listen for and to watch for is, um, does the tone quality make sense, and is it well done? Um, it's really wonderful when a choir can create, a consistent, beautiful, rich choral tone quality. But if that's all the group is capable of producing, that's kind of a one trick pony situation, right? So what's really impressive are the choirs who are the ones who can shift, and they can create multiple colors that match the style of the pieces they're singing, that really speak to the intent of the pieces and the era that they came from. Um, that's what I really look for. Um, Something else I look for when scoring vocal tone is the ability of the choir to reflexively kind of move the focal point of the tone to create style. In traditional choral music and traditional choral vocal production, I think the goal is complete consistency, right? It's all about we get our tone in this place, it's the perfect spot, it's just right there, and it doesn't move through the range of notes or through vowels. It should be so consistent. We've all been taught that for so many years. And that is a beautiful thing in choral music, especially choral traditional music, when you can do that. It's not easy. And so when you see a choir go up and perform with that total consistency, it's amazing. But sometimes groups that do that can sound pretty stiff or unnatural. They just sound kind of choiry on pop music or Broadway music when they really shouldn't be sounding so stilted, and it's not very exciting to listen to. And why is that? It's because they're not reflecting the style that we're kind of used to hearing. Our ears kind of know they want to hear authenticity. We've heard pop songs, we've heard Broadway pieces, we've heard jazz, rock, whatever it is, and we know what it is, and our ears want to hear it, and so does the audience. And when it comes out to be just a basic kind of general choir tone through a entire show, it can be kind of boring, and I think it's not uh, too exciting for anybody, even the performers. Um, I think being able to shift the color of your tonality kind of in a three-dimensional way that reflects the style of the music is what we've got to really pay attention to. In a lot of pop music, um, when a vocal note is held and it needs to start crescendoing, there are a lot of choirs that kind of have already set the placement of the tone, right? It's already set there in that choral position, and it just gets kind of louder on the crescendo, but it doesn't really change color. And what's really impressive is when a choir has the facility and also like the stylistic awareness to know that in some music, a crescendo also should include brightening of the tones, focusing it more forward. And that helps with the crescendo, but it also helps us feel the style of the piece more. And it makes for a more dynamic and exciting performance. A choir that can kind of move that placement around appropriately within style is pretty rare and exciting to watch. So, to wrap this thing up, I think quality adjudication for tone quality in a show choir situation has to recognize basically good, healthy vocal production, obviously, and how the group is facilitating the style in terms of the tone production. Does it match the style? Is it appropriate? Um, just don't score on what you want to hear or what kind of tone quality you find pleasing in a general sense. Chorally, um, really, it's about the choir that's really replicating the vocal colors of the chosen repertoire and doing it successfully and excellently. So, thank you for listening and take care.